Sanszee here, and I'm gonna take you through human digestive system to show how does food travel through the digestive system. So let's start.
So this is the human body and the digestive system I was talking about. Let me zoom in. Now let me put one food item here or food particle which is blue in color, and I will name this the blue type. Now let me shrink it in size because I don't want a big one. So there you are. Now I'm going to let this go inside the body. Let's go. Now it's inside the body and it is in mouth. So let me draw it there. This is mouth. Mouth. Here there is teeth and tongue, which will bite, cut, and stir the food in saliva. And the saliva comes from the salivary gland, which is somewhere here. So now let us go further in the journey. Now it is going to tube like structure. And this tube like structure, I will call this as esophagus. And the way I'm pronouncing is not the spelling. It is this is the spelling of esophagus. And here what happens, the food is entering the tube. There is muscle which is like opening and closing continuously to let the food inside, and this is how it goes. And before this all, there is one junction called pharynx and larynx junction. Here it will be like this part. Let me zoom it in. It will be like this. One for one is for respiration and other one is for digestion. So we are going to digestion. So let us go here. So what happens now? Let me get rid of this. Now what happens? The food continues to go down, and finally it ends up in the stomach. In the stomach, and this stomach is actually a sac. So now let me label it. This part is called stomach. So here there is presence of three elements, main elements. I will note it. I will write it in red color, in yellow color. One is hydrochloric acid. Let me write hydrochloric acid. Second one is mucus to to protect the stomach, and the third one is pepsin, which intensifies the digestion process. So here you are, and now let us continue our journey. This is duodenum, the junction of stomach and duodenum. Let me write it here. duodenum. And then it goes into the skin. And here, what happens? The liver and the pancreas secrete their juices, mainly bile and pancreatic juices. And this thing goes and enters finally into small intestine. So let me write this down. Small intestine. So this tube is, I will write the length of it here. It can go, it can grow up to 5 to 6 meters long. So this is how it goes, and it will continue to go in this way. And in middle, you will find some hair-like structure. So now let me zoom this up a bit. Let me zoom in this part of it. So it, so now let us pretend that this is the wall. Looks like I haven't properly zoomed it. Let me look at, here you are. This is the wall. Then you will find hair-like structures over here, like this, kind of like this. So this is good enough that it can absorb the nutrients inside the food, which is by now a pulp. And food here by now, I forgot to tell its status, will look kind of like this, full pulp and juice, due to churning and all process going on. So now let us get back to our journey, which is still on the way. Actually, we are on the way. Let's go. Finally, we have crossed the big tunnel and we entered into a smaller one. And the smaller tunnel and the big tunnel is joined by a junction. And this junction is appendix. Let me write it. Appendix. It has no function actually. Then giving off bacteria and viruses inside. Means these are like they can digest the food more inside, so we can like make the food more like useful to your body. And then the rest of and then the solid and liquid separates. So solid and the liquid, actually the liquid goes to your kidneys, gets filtered, the useful water and all will be sent back to your body, while the rest of the waste will be expelled, which is called excretion. But if you cut off the appendix, you can still live without it. Now let us continue. Now we are in the colon. Let me label it. This thing is colon. And the main function of colon is to send message to your brain that it is urgent. I have to go to the bathroom. So here brain is there. Let us assume. So it can send the message like this from here to here, and and you have to rush to the bathroom. Let us continue. Then this thing opens. There's some door-like thing which opens, and we enter the rectum. The last part here, from here, it's just a tunnel. The last part here, from here, it's just a tunnel, and the opening. So let me write it over here. Anus. And then it comes out as stool. So this is all about digestion.
Thank you for watching this video.